Hey guys, this is Alexis Waters and welcome to Literally Not Okay.
That's when I go hard. But I think I've made it to the point in my career, right, where like me and my friends are starting to like take off a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You are. You're Selena. No, I'm kidding.
Yes, I'm Selena-ing. I'm Selena right before she gets killed.
Yeah.
And
that was her height. That was her height.
Right. I don't have a fan club yet. I just have 3 men who DM me every morning.
That lady's about to get out of jail next year.
Is she really?
Yeah. I had a hairdresser that looked exactly like Selena's killer, but she gave the best haircuts. But anyways, sorry.
How close did the scissors get to your neck before you were like...
Yeah, I thought about it and I'm like, maybe I should change it up. But
I knew you looked like someone.
She looked exactly like her. But I can't believe she's getting out of jail. So what happened really quick? I want to hear about your friends.
So, but it's funny because then it's the point where people have been in a career long enough where they've become jaded or depressed or sad.
Yeah.
So now all my friends are sobering up.
Oh.
And I'm like, no. Now I'm with you guys. No, this is when we party. And they're like, no, we've been partying by ourselves alone in hotel rooms and we're sad. Yeah. Now we have to get our lives together. And I'm like, no, guys, no.
I know.
And it sucks because when you're in like an entertainment business or whatever, like you get to a point where all your friends are drinks and drunks and whatever, and then they start sobering up. And like I'm getting to that sad part of my career, like where everyone's sobering, and it's really sad.
So you want to be sober, or you don't want to be sober?
I want to get effed up and do hood rat shit with my friends.
Damn, that's what I was doing last night.
Yeah, it's so fun. I don't think I have a problem.
No.
But I want my friends to be healthy and have healthy lives. But I'm also like, guys, I want to go ham when we're together. Because I'm lonely. The road is lonely. So when we're together, I want to have fun.
Yeah. So your friend that you're in Dallas, she has the children. She's not...
She's not even a comedian. She's just like, that's the other side too. And then when I hang out with like childhood friends or college friends who are obviously not in comedy and have made good life decisions, they're not drinking at all because they have children and lives to keep together.
Well, I should have invited you out last night with my friends. Like, what the fuck was I thinking?
I'm trying to be, I was just in Europe for 10 days.
Oh yeah. How was that?
Dude, I'm like, what's the weird thing? You go travel abroad and then I start stressing out about I'm like, I don't want to work hard anymore. Why have I worked hard? Don't travel because you're like, what's the point of what's the point of living like an American when you travel? You're like, no, I shouldn't care about my career and goals and aspirations. I should want to get drunk in a back alley in Thailand somewhere. Why do I care about goals? Screw my career. Screw a family. Screw anything that I had any ambition for. This is what life is about. This is what life is about, is taking weird mushrooms somewhere in Greece. And like, I don't know. I'm in this.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you're on the perfect podcast because it's called Literally Not Okay. And I'm so glad.
I'm not okay. I feel I'm having like a crisis of like my friends are sobering up. What is road life? But just like traveling. I don't know. I'm like, maybe I just want to go live abroad, and like people abroad don't have ambitious careers.
No.
That's the thing. You go to Europe and you're like, people are like, you pay 50% taxes. It's awful. But you go and you do your job. You clock out at 3 p.m.
And then everybody
gets drunk. Everyone smokes cigarettes. They get drunk and they eat bread and they're fucking happy as shit. They're miserable, but they're also happy.
I think we're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
I know. I'm in a weird limbo too because I'm like supposed to be getting married and like, but then I just started stand up and like, I don't know. I'm in this like weird limbo of like, should I just settle down and have kids? But that's like not where I want to.
Don't look me in the eyes and ask.
But then I also like I still have things that I want to achieve, and so I'm in this weird.
I mean, don't ever do that. Why? You have like things going for you.
I know.
No, I
know. Some days I'm like, I'm all about it, having kids, and then other days I'm like, I think I would be completely fine if I didn't. Is that fucked up to say?
It's not. It's because you here. Okay, I think this is about kids. I think people, when they have a life where it's settled, the dust is settled, kids make sense, right? But
I haven't settled.
You haven't settled, and you have all these like little things, these little sparks in your life. This is popping up. This is popping up. I have this that I'm excited about. I have this that I'm excited about. And it's just like, then why there's enough people having children in this world.
I have 4 older sisters. They have 3 kids each.
No, you don't need
So like, I can just take one of them, I think. That's my vibe.
Yeah. Okay, so here, I know I have a weird perspective of it. But I when I started comedy, I became a nanny because it was flexible. Like the family was really cool about like if I was like, I got a gig in Asheville on Thursday, she'd be like, okay, I'll come home early, you can leave early. Like it was very flexible.
Yeah.
But I nannied for 8 years, and when I started, they had 1 kid and she was 9 months old. And when I left, the 3rd kid was, I think she was about 4. So like I raised these kids.
Yeah.
You know, I was like there, I was watching like, but the parents were great and they were always really involved. But like I would come in the mornings and like see how stressed out and tired they are.
Always.
And then I would be with them for, sometimes it was 9 hours a day, and like I got it. I saw it was like a crash course on all the trauma of having a child. And then as soon as my career took off, I've moved on from it.
Yeah.
And so I'm like,
you don't want to look back.
I'm like, I know what it is.
Yeah.
I know. It's truly like you went through high school and got bullied, right? But there was good parts about high school, but it was a lot of bullying, and then you got out of it and you survived. And then someone looked at you and they were like, and all your friends were like, I want to go back to high school. I want to go back to high school. I want to go back to high school. You want to be like, no, it sucks. Don't go back. There's such a better life on the other end. Don't do that. Like, that's how I feel when my kid, because I nannied for 8 years. That's when my friends are having kids. I'm like, don't do it. It's so traumatic.
And how's your friend that you were, where you?
Oh, I'm visiting right now?
Yeah. I love how you're picking up where
I know. I'm sorry. I'm just, I know you're hungover, and I heard you burp, and then it was like I took 3 tequila shots. So now I'm drunk. I'm shit-faced off of your burp, after your hangover burp.
Okay, well.
So I might start twerking here in a second.
Okay, well, how is it? Let's just get the start of the show.
Yeah, sorry. I'm so passionate about no one having children.
No, I love it so much, but
no, I support your decision.
Okay, so today I am so excited to have the stand-up comedian and the host of the Cheatys podcast, the beautiful and wildly talented Katherine Blanford.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm very good. I am so excited to be wearing your hoops. I couldn't find the back opening. I'm pretty sure I made a new hole in the back of my ear for these hoops, so I do have a sharp stinging feeling on my right ear, but it is making me feel alive.
But the hoops look hot. Like, I'm telling you, when you wear the hoops, it brings out something. It brings a sense of confidence. Next time you do a stand-up show, I'm telling you, wear the hoops and then get back to me.
Okay, I'll wear them tonight.
And then I've been hearing that, like, anytime somebody wears my hoops, they've been getting laid. It's a thing. It's a thing by Hoop Nation by Alexis. That's what I've been hearing.
I mean, I've been getting that, but like, I want to see, like, maybe this takes it to a new level.
No, it will.
Like,
I'm excited for your hoop journey.
Like, maybe I'll do it on an airplane or something soon.
Oh, have you ever?
No, I don't understand how people do it. Besides on a private jet, because I'm like, the bathroom is
so
truly
small,
the most disgusting thing on the face of the planet, and I can't I fly every day now, and so like the last person I would ever want to piss off is a flight attendant.
Yeah,
like they are to me the most terrifying, sassy people on the face, and rightfully so. But like, I've been scolded by so many now that I'm like, they are my mommies and my daddies now. My flight attendants, they were I feel like I'm in preschool every day when I get on the plane, and they're like, seatbelt. I'm like, okay, yes, mommy, yes, daddy. So I don't want to. I'm so scared to piss them off. I don't want to walk out of a bathroom with a cute man and them giving me a look. Like I would be terrified.
No, that's how I feel like when I'm on an exit row and they like have to give me directions on how to, like, if anything happens, then I would be.
Yeah.
I would have to save the people.
No.
I don't want that responsibility.
I don't really know why we're continuing to pretend like the people in the exit rows are going to help anybody.
I take a Xanax right before I go on the flight. I can't save anybody.
I think, I'm like, I don't know, like, I don't know why we're continuing to do it, because they let anyone sit there. They should look at the people and go, you, sir, are not capable saving anyone, we're gonna have to move you. But I think it's just like makes people feel better or something. But like if we're to the point where citizens have to help other citizens exit a plane, you're dead.
Yeah.
You're gonna die.
My fiance has like the skinniest legs in the entire world, and he only goes to the exit row for the leg room. And I'm like, baby, you cannot save anybody. Like, why are we pretending? And like, I can't either. So we're letting everybody on this plane down.
If you break that down, the people who select an exit row are people who are selecting an exit row because they want more room, right?
Yeah.
So these naturally are people who are out for themselves. Selfish. These are the worst people you want to help people.
And the worst man that I'm marrying that kind of man. So good. But that is why I am literally not okay today. I'm literally not okay for many reasons. I actually went out last night. I went like kind of hard. My body recovery time when drinking these days is not the same. Like when I wake up, my hangovers are, I just burped in your face. It was all tequila. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you.
I love it. I just got a flashback to being in an SAE frat house. I was like, oh my God.
No.
Was that a sip of jungle juice?
So my brain is like I'm hanging on one brain cell. But I'm so excited to have you here. Like every time I was taking a tequila shot last night, I was like, but you're having Catherine on the podcast tomorrow. Get it together, perfect. Alexis. And like I was having so much fun that I didn't want to stop. But then I was like, but I did go home early.
Good.
Like 1:30. But anyways, I'm literally not okay because I'm super hungover today. Good. And also yesterday I was having a conversation with my fiance. We're planning a wedding, kind of. We're really going to Vegas to elope.
Good.
With just our families.
Good.
I know, not having wedding, too stressful.
Like, when are we should stop having people say that they will help people in exit rows, and we should stop truly having weddings.
No.
You get to have a wedding if you're 24 to 26. If before 24, you're too young to be getting married anyways, that's sad. After 26, people have already done the wedding thing so many times.
Yeah.
They've sang Rollin' on the River on the stage with the band, okay? We've thrown rice, we've blown bubbles. We're done. You've done the thing so many times. After that, go have a Vegas party, have your friends there, have a DJ, have a pool party, but that's it. You shouldn't have a wedding.
Yeah, I'm over it. And like, it took Tyler 7 years to propose. So like, by the time, I know.
7, when were you starting to push marriage?
I never really did. I'm telling you, like, I never was that girl growing up that like wanted to have a wedding. Like that was never my dreams. Like I wanted to be like a dolphin trainer, like that was my, that was my aspiration in life. Yeah. Like not like to be a bride. Yeah. So like I never really pushed it. No, we've been together for 7 years. We proposed at like 5.
Okay.
So that's good.
Yeah. And how long were y'all living together?
Like 3.
Okay, this is all.
Yeah, it's good. It was so good for me. But then, so yesterday I was telling him, I'm like, baby, we're going to get married this date. Like, that's just the date. Like, but I didn't really ask him. Like, I kind of just told him. And like, this man has no mental health problems. Like, he is completely sane. For the first time, I saw him kind of get like really bad anxiety.
Wait, why? Was it?
I think because he was just like he was overwhelmed with work in general. And then like, I think like I added to him and like, I didn't ask him like, are you free that day? I'm just like, we're getting
free?
Yeah. But like, he should not be free. Like, we're getting married. But like, maybe just, I should have, it's a mutual decision. But I kind of just like, I just feel like I want to get it over with, the wedding part.
Yeah.
That like, I'm just like, okay, let's just do this date. End of story. But he like he started getting hot. He had to go hit golf balls. And I'm like, meanwhile, I was going to get an MRI for my brain. So like, I get it. Like I'm a loony.
Hold it.
I'm a lunatic. So he's probably like, what the hell am I really getting myself into? It is scary though. It is.
It's like, ooh, this is exciting. I gave her a ring. Yeah. But the wedding, the date is like,
it's like official.
No going back.
Yeah.
This is serious. Does he like to be in the limelight?
No.
Okay, then that's like, this is the day you will be on stage.
Yeah.
This is the day I will be presenting my young boy princess to the world.
He's a man of few words. Like he only speaks when spoken to. Like he doesn't really, which I love. Like I need that.
It's a bit of an opposites attract situation.
Yeah, it is. And it works. It really does work, but I don't know what the hell that was.
No, it worked.
Okay.
It worked.
But yeah, and then I was kind of was upset for a hot minute, but then I was like going to get an MRI for my brain because I
For anxiety?
No, I've been having like really weird pins and needles in my head and headaches for like the longest time, for like 3 months. So I went, but like he's probably like, what am I really getting myself? And then like as we were fighting, I was like, whatever, Tyler, I'm going to get my MRI now. And he's like, okay, yeah, like this bitch is fucking crazy.
But that mean like it might be that not that permanent for him. You
yeah,
know, if you're going to get an MRI, like who knows? You might.
Yeah, I mean, it might be three more months to live.
Yeah.
So like I'm helping him out by acting crazy. But yeah, it was so funny. I called him when I got home. I was like, where are you? He's like, I'm going to clear my head. I was like,
That's
but
okay.
I really think about it. Like, if you really think about it, like, it is so scary to just like I know Tyler's the one, like, I love him to death. I've been with him for 7 years. I can't even imagine my life without him. But like, at the end of the day, it is really scary, like, knowing you're going to have one penis for the rest of your life.
You're
not about. Oh,
No. I just feel like I'm going back in time.
No, go for it.
And just say, like, monogamy obviously works for a lot of people, but then you have to go back in time and understand, where did monogamy even come from? Monogamy came from people having land, needing to make money off of land. All of a sudden, there's women who are having children with multiple, or females having, same thing, having children with multiple people, and then whatever, religion, countries, whatever, going, we gain more power the more money and the more people we control over, right? So we go, here's monogamy. One man is with one woman. They come together and they have a lot of children that work their farmland. Now we're creating citizens and we're creating money. Then our religious and our whatever governing powers become more powerful.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So this is way back in the day, right? So monogamy, we're the only mammal. I mean, I think there's a few other mammals that have monogamy, but like, it is more of a social construct than a biological construct. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Like,
so it's like, and also on top of that, like, you are a different person at different chapters of your life. You are not at 25. You don't have the same viewpoints and goals that you do at 40. So I'm not saying I'm not anti-monogamy, but I understand if somebody was married to a different person every 10 years, I would think that's totally normal.
Yeah.
Because you're a different person every 10 years. And the person you're marrying is different. And you could grow with that person or whatever. But I'm also like, I don't reject the idea of getting married with the idea of maybe one day we won't, and that's okay.
Yeah.
We're just going to be married for this point of our time, for this point of our life. But I know that seems like an effed up thing to say.
No, I mean, I completely see your perspective. It is scary. I mean, it is scary. And I feel like society pressures you so much to get married when, like, do we even have to? I could go to the courthouse tomorrow, but like, just it's not even getting married. It's just like the wedding of it all. Like
the wedding, and then like the financials, and like you get a lot of stuff. Once you're there, you have a lot of stuff tied up to each other. But then look at freaking Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell.
I know. I always think about them. Like, but I mean,
I feel like I'm like, oh, you're stressed about this? Let me add to that.
I know, bitch. What the hell?
And here's where I'd like to sell my new tequila. That'd be a great selling point right there.
I'm telling you. Oh no!
Have you tried my new meth?
That was the laugh that you were doing on stage last night that I was dying laughing. If you guys have a chance to see Katherine perform, she was so funny. I was like dying laughing. And like, you just have these like natural quirky things to you that like make your set even funnier, that you don't even like, I think, realize it's just a natural thing. But
I'm really trying to stop putting my foot on the stool, and I was like, realized last night I was going hard into it.
No, it was a great show. But wait, why were you literally not okay today?
I'm literally not okay today because I really am enjoying my life. I've been on the road for 2.5 weeks now. 3 of those 7 different cities. 3 of those cities were in Europe. I've been everywhere. I love my life on the road, but absolutely nothing is together. Like I have hair extensions falling out of my head. I have boils like on the back of my neck. I mean, I don't, but I could. I could always potentially be pregnant. Like my life is like in shambles, but it's so freaking fun.
Yeah,
I'm having a blast, which is what I'm saying. But like, Then I'm coming to visit like one of my childhood best friends, and she's married and has her life together. And I'm realizing that like the rest of my friends are no longer living that life.
I know.
And I want to be like, no, everybody keep doing what I'm doing. Everybody be a mess. And I don't like that everyone else has their shit together.
But I think that's why it's so good to be in comedy, like, because everybody's a mess.
Yeah,
and like
true.
It works out. But yeah, no, when I hang out with some of my friends, I'm like they're getting married, they're buying houses, and I'm like, I have $5.
I know. I'm like, what? Since when did we have savings accounts, everybody? Since when? How are you having savings accounts when you're kind of drunk scrolling Instagram at 3 a.m. and all of a sudden an ad for Temu pops up, and you're like, well, yeah, I'm gonna get 17 baby doll dresses. And new adult jelly heels or something. Like, I'm like, how are you guys not online shopping all your savings away?
No, I'm telling you, so many of my friends are like reading books, which I'm really trying.
Yeah, I know.
Like the amount of books that I bought with the intention to read it, like it happened. And then everybody's getting sober.
Yeah, and they're like, I don't even wine. I just can't sleep on wine. I'm like, then have more wine.
I know.
Then you'll sleep really hard.
I don't know what's happening.
You're just not having enough wine.
I don't like hanging out with people that are like normal or mentally stable.
Yeah.
That's what I've come.
I'm at a mess, but I'm enjoying being a mess. I don't want to get better.
And we're happy.
Yes.
We're happy.
We're happy. We're fine. I've had points in my life where I've slowed down. Like I'm eating clean. I'm not drinking. And it does feel good, but it's like.
It's boring. It's not like I drink every day, but like I like to have one rager night, like once a month. Like last night was my.
Yeah. I know.
And I hit the vape last night a lot.
I'm
not a vapor, but
you're not.
Well, I was, and then last night I was.
Do you feel it right now? Do you feel like the vape in your body?
Yeah, it's like lingering in my boobs.
I like it though.
I know
it sounds good on you.
It does. Oh, like you hear it in my voice?
Yes,
I know. That's I feel like a little sick.
You're like your voice right now sounds like Ariana Grande when she's not on her on guard.
Oh,
like when she kind of lets loose a little bit.
Yeah,
she's not like that. She's like,
yeah, she is.
Let me talk about Mac Miller. Like she gets like
she has like 5 different voices. Have you ever seen? There's like a TikTok about it.
Yeah, when she lets go a little bit, that's your voice right now.
Okay, well, thank you. So you are killing it right now. Do you know that? You are. You are. Your debut album, Salt Daddy.
I love how you said that with that Jersey accent.
Salt Daddy was released in June 2022, reaching #1 on iTunes charts, and her Don't Tell comedy set has amassed millions in views online. You were killing it. I watched your Salt Daddy. It was so funny.
Oh, God. Wait.
And on the Salt Daddy, you were talking about how your parents are cousins.
Yeah.
So, and then you found out when you were 26. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So how did that conversation go? Like, I need to know all about this.
Well, really, the bit kind of, you know how you like start on a bit and it's very elaborate and then you start chiseling down?
Yes.
The bit started, which I think a lot of us whites have this issue where you go, get a DNA test because you're like, I'm different than everyone else.
Yeah.
There's something in there, there's something different about me.
Like you're like Native American, you're thinking.
Yeah. I'm like, no, I used to do CrossFit and I could do the box jumps like much higher than all the other Bethanies. And so I thought there's a little something in there, and then there wasn't. There's literally like, I'm like the most, like all the boring whites, like all the conquering whites, like French, German, Irish, English, like that's it. And I was like so disappointed, and then I found a little loophole, and I saw like it was literally like it's actually like they're like the third cousins.
Okay,
so it wasn't even, and then so I was doing the bit and explaining that they were third cousins, and then my friend was just like, just say they're cousins.
Yeah,
it's just for the bit. You know what I mean? It's like that. Patrice O'Neill says like every great joke is 10% true. It's not even like it's not true, but you're like, at the end of the day, you're like, do you want me to tell you the whole truth or do you want me to be entertaining?
No, I like the my parents are cousins.
Right,
That's perfect. That's perfect.
So and then the rest of the bit is literally just about like, it was my only little thing I could cling on to about like, this is what makes me interesting. Finally. And my favorite part of the bit that it didn't even make it into the clip that kind of went viral, but it was just about, because this was like truly like a core memory of me. I would always hate in school when you would have to do, so you say a fact about yourself, or you have to write
Me
a fact.
too.
Yeah.
Because I never know. I was like,
the most normal, I'm like, I know, we're literally so boring.
I know.
And so I was like, I wish I would have known then, so I could have wrote that down.
I always say like I wanted to be a dolphin trainer. Like that was because I feel like that was kind of different, but like I was never.
It's a good answer.
I never had like a fun fact about myself.
Yeah.
I would write like I was Native American. Like that was the only thing that I was like.
That's
I'm
good,
a basic
though.
white bitch.
No, that's good. If
Native
I was sitting next to you at class and you said that, I'd be like, lucky.
Oh, the Native American or dolphin?
The Native American.
Oh.
And the dolphin's good too.
Yeah.
But like, I remember as a kid and people would like say like they had an illness as a child. I'd be like, you're so lucky.
Yeah.
You're so interesting. Or like one of their parents died as a kid. I'm like, oh my God, you have such a story.
Or I was always jealous of the people that like were ambidextrous.
Yes.
Ambidextrous.
I'm actually 12% ambidextrous.
Like the left-handed kids in
Yeah.
school, and I was like, okay,
Right.
Like-
They'd be like, I'm double jointed, or
Yeah.
I was born in France or something, and you're like, oh, I hate my parents. I hate them for being born in Kentucky and having a safe life and being healthy. Assholes.
Wait, so how many brothers and sisters do you have?
2 brothers. I'm in the middle, and we're all like living insane, weird lives with nothing normal. One lives in Alaska and like goes spelunking and ice diving every day, and then one lives in Utah and like lives in a tent half the year and like surveys the land, or I don't know. Like none of us, like one actually just got married, the older one, but like none of us are gonna have children. Like something happened at some point in our childhood where we were like, we are not gonna be conventional, and we're all gonna live like these quote unquote adventurous lives.
It seems like you guys are adventurous, and like you have like that's a fun group.
It is fun. It's very fun. Like they're very outdoorsy. Like their adventures.
Nature.
Like mine's like comedy, I guess. And then theirs is just like like doing like insane sports out in nature. But like it's you know what it is? I think my older brother was the first one to go out. Like he was in college. He was like, I want to go live on a mountain and ski and live in a igloo from the rest of my life. And he was the oldest one, and I think me and my younger brother saw that and we were like, that was fun. That was fun as shit. And like I think it was just like a contagious thing. And then I don't know
What happened?
I don't know. I don't know if my family, you know what I also think it was, I think I talk about it a little bit in my stand-up, but like both my parents worked.
Yeah.
And we were like very wild, kind of feral kids. And so they were never home, and like so we'd get home from school and like take 3 shots of sugar and then just like escape. Like we were just out. You know what I mean? We were
like
just
outside.
gone. Yeah.
Nobody's outside anymore. I feel like the kids are not outside enough.
The kids are not. The kids are like. Then I went nannying, and the mom I nannied for was great, but she was very careful, very conscious of safety and everything. I mean, we were in Atlanta, Georgia, so it was a bit more of a big city, but like we were not outside on the sidewalk unless we were holding hands. Do you know what I mean? Like, and if like a dog approached, we'd walk up a sidewalk in case the dog attacked, everything. Like, it was very careful, cautious, but it was a weird thing to live my childhood.
Yeah.
Where it was just like,
carefree, run.
your parents are like, you could be missing for 2 days, and they'd be like, well, she'll come home eventually when she gets hungry, like a dog. And then to go nannying, and they'd be like, well, you have to let the water hose run for 3 minutes before you touch it in case, there's spiders in it or it's boiling hot. You know what I mean? Like careful stuff like that. Like my parents, like
never.
I mean, no.
I was literally putting dog shit on people's porches, lighting it on fire, and ding dong ditching.
That
Do people still do that anymore? Like these are things that I need to know.
I think a child would go to juvie if they did that now, or like Child Protective Services were called, and they'd be like, your child is mentally ill, and you're like, no, your child is a freaking
loser.
badass. I'd be like, my child is hilarious. Number one, obviously watches Adam Sandler. Obviously watches like the good classics. I think I don't know.
We used to do the craziest shit. Like we would egg our teachers' houses. Like we were bad, so I'm not trying to say like promote this behavior, but like lighting dog shit on fire was like a normal thing.
I don't know.
Like a Wednesday
I wonder
night.
if kids do that now.
I know. I don't think they should.
There's too many
But it was
cameras.
fun.
Yes,
oh,
it's ring
that's the
cameras.
thing.
See, I think that's also it. Because like in high school, we were like, I slept at my boyfriend. I would sleep in his car with him, or like, you know, we were always like hooking up or sleeping at, and you call your mom and be like, Mom, I'm staying at Brittany's.
Yeah.
And she's like, who are you? And like you were just out. But now kids they can track their phones. Like, I don't think kids can get away with anything because of technology now.
Yeah. Oh my God. If I had a Ring camera back in high school, I think the Ring camera has really ruined society.
I just am like,
I mean, it's good for like people like protectiveness.
Yeah.
But not
Kids
like the kids being kids. Like, I used to tie my sheets to the bottom of my bed and throw it out the window.
No,
and then I
didn't.
would climb out of my window. And my mom would go to dinner like down the block. And I would throw ragers at my house for like that hour dinner. And she would come home and my dog would be like, my pug dude would be like wasted because all the boys would be putting beer in his bowl.
Yeah.
And like
she knew.
Yeah, she knew.
She knew, but she's just like tired.
That's my daughter.
She's a little bit proud.
No, she was really proud. So you've been talking about how you've been on the road right now. And you're performing all over the country. How are you juggling like your mental health, your physique? Your physique was on point last night. You have a great butt, by the way.
Thank you.
And how you're juggling it all and your dating life.
Sitting home.
Like, is it hard like dating as a comic on the road? And then like, I mean,
here's the hard thing. So I just got out of a long-term relationship. I was dating a guy when I was in Atlanta. We met during the pandemic. We moved in together, and then, you know, he's doing shows in Atlanta, and it was already hard then because I get it. When you're a comic and you're dating somebody who's not a comic, I always would hear people say this, and now when I'm on the road and I'm really into my career, I like on into it that this is my full-time job, right? I understand it more than I ever did before, where you're like, if you're not in it, you won't get it. And I can't explain it to you, but like, he'd be like, why don't you want to stay in? Why are you going to go out there to do a 5-minute set? Why are you going to go out just to do an 8-minute set? And I'm like, cause I have this thing I'm excited about and I want to work on.
Yeah.
And it is a, I guess stand up can be, I mean, you could say it's a bit of a healthy obsession, but like when you're really in it and you're so obsessed with it, you're addicted.
Yeah.
And it's like,
it's a good drug of choice, if you ask me.
It is, but it sucks for anybody who's dating you who's not a comic.
Yeah.
Because or like another artist as far as like musician or whatever else. So he was like he was like an accountant, and I felt bad. My career kind of took off, and then I moved halfway to LA and then would come back to Atlanta half the time, but like it just wasn't fair.
Yeah.
You know, like I also like was so addicted to my career, and it's like really all I wanted. I was like, I don't want to. I have no interest in getting married right now. I have no interest in having kids. So we separated, and now like I have a rule now. I was like, I wanted to have this like, I wanted to kind of. I've never had a sex or a sluts phase.
Oh, you always need to have a whole phase.
I'm
like,
trying to, but I'm just. I get wrapped up in somebody,
I know.
and then but I did say I would not hook up with like somebody after a show, because those conversations are never fun, because it's like they see you from what you were on stage, and then you end up having the same conversations you have with your aunts and uncles at a family reunion. They're like, how do you write your jokes? And you're like, I don't want to talk about this right now.
Yeah.
I don't care about who your favorite comics are. I don't want to hear you tell me that you wanted to try it one day. Blah 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 blah. Like, the last thing I want to talk about is comedy.
Yeah.
And this is all you see me as.
Yeah.
And also like then I'm gonna leave, and I have another day of shows, and sometimes they show up. Like, it's so weird.
Yeah, and then it's like awkward.
Yeah.
So you haven't had a hoe phase?
No, I tried so hard, but like I'm failing again. Because I get wrapped up in other people.
Then you like a boy, and then I mean, that's good. That's a good trait to have. But I
just wanted to like get it out of my system, but I don't think it's possible.
Well, it's just good to like experience what type of penises are out there. You know?
I know.
I mean, then they're like, but then you realize like what you don't want, like micro penis or chode or like pencil.
Right. Okay. I will say TMI, but I'm more learning to turn down what I don't enjoy.
Okay.
Instead of just being a people pleaser and being like, no, it's more like I have been like, that wasn't enjoyable. Next, move on. Does that make sense?
Yeah, were you saying TMI because I told you all the penises that I was sharing?
No, I feel like what I said was like, I usually wouldn't even go that far.
No, but I mean, it's good to have a hoe phase just to like realize what you want, what you don't want, what you like, what you don't like, and then.
I wish I could. I can't do it.
No, I mean, I don't think I should be promoting this type of behavior, but I just think it was important in my life.
I know. I love it. I mean, I guess I did have
I feel like I've done it also. I maybe can get married. I mean, I
Yeah.
wasn't like a ho-ho, but it was just like from 19 to 21.
Oh, that's not even.
Yeah, it was
that's
19 to
good.
21.
I like that. I don't think I could ever have a one night stand ever again. That's what I'm saying.
My fiance was I thought it was going to be a one night stand. And then here we are.
Yeah, you just kept hanging out.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, it was so, like, we didn't have to work at it. Like, it just was something natural, you know?
That's how it is. Yeah.
I mean, that's when I knew. And we were, like, making out the first 5 minutes, like, of us meeting. And I say I'm like, I went through a whole phase, but I never make out, like, on the first date.
What
am I saying?
Was it a date? Like, you guys, how did you meet?
We met through like one of my friends, and we went to LA, we went to dinner, and like we were making out like the first like 5 seconds. So it was just like, it was natural.
Right.
But I don't know why I said that. I mean, I have made out with guys before, but it was something different with Tyler.
Yeah. No,
Look at me. I usually bash him, but like, I'm trying to get on his good side right now. What is your love language, by the way? Is that a creepy question to ask?
No, I realize it's time. I realized that lately because you
don't have a lot of it.
I don't have a lot of it, and I realize like if I give it to you, then it's really special.
Yeah.
And I've realized a few people like I've been entertaining, like I've been like, I want you to come hang out with me, and if they don't, I'm like, see you bad. Like it's like time is like. I wonder if your love language is what you feel deprived of the most.
I know. I feel like mine's attention.
I think that's is that time? I think that's time.
That might, like, I just, because I don't really care that much about people telling me, like Tyler telling me like if I'm good looking or not.
Right, you're like, I get that everywhere else.
Yeah. Like my MRI guy, oh my God, he's probably going to be listening to this.
Is he hot?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So like I don't know.
She just puked. No, it was just from last night. It has nothing to do with you.
Like, duh. So like I don't need that from Tyler, you know?
Yeah, you get
like
that
I'm getting it from like, you know.
Right. You know.
Yeah, I just know.
You also have a mirror.
Yeah. Oh, well,
like,
thank you. Today was not one of those days. I was feeling a little insecure.
You
had that one segment last night about insecurities and women, and like it just spoke to my soul.
Thank you. That's a really genuine bit.
Yeah.
That I really like that bit because I kind of hate it because I get kind of dirty, but I do think I think like literally when I start writing, like if I like have a thing I want to talk about, I'm like, how do I want to approach this? It's really just all rooted in my insecurities. Like most of my bits
it's
are
like trauma. Like we have to like right now my sister just got pregnant, and like I was like low key pissed about it because like we were getting married, and like I just want to get this shit over with. And I was like, I use it one of my bits now. I'm like, it's your third kid. It's not even that special, you know?
You're like, we don't
we've care.
Done this.
Yeah, we've done this twice. Like nobody cares about the third child.
If someone gets married a third time, they don't have a wedding.
Exactly.
So you shan't have a shower.
You shan't.
Yeah, we don't want any maternity pictures. Like we've done this.
No, but I loved your insecurity bit. It was so. I mean, you are, and then I think we're kind of in the same age group. Mm-hmm. So a lot of your segments, even just like with the freezing of the eggs, can you kind of explain that really quick with the baby in the freezer?
It really came about because it's just also an insecurity about when you hit 30s and you go, it's all of a sudden that thing where it's like, well, people go, you have time, and all of a sudden it's like snap of a finger, they go, you better have a kid soon, because it's not going to be healthy, it's not going to be a healthy baby if you don't have it soon. And then you start watching your friends have issues, and it's heartbreaking.
Exactly.
Watching your friends have issues, and that is when you hit your 30s, that is a reality that no one prepares you for. Because right before your 30s, everyone's like, don't worry, you have time, you have time. And then immediately they're like, you don't, you devil. You're going to have a kid if you wait till you're 34. And you're like, but I have a life to live.
Yeah,
what?
and your body's not going to bounce back. And just like, I have, like, I feel like I came one day I just was 31. Like it was like, what I'm married. I mean, I'm engaged and
you're married. You have 3 kids.
That's
you
why I'm
forget
like,
about it.
but I feel like I'm feeling the pressure. I'm 31. Everybody's like, why are you so focused on stand up? Like, you should be getting, and then I get in my head because I'm like, I don't know what.
But it's so crazy because like,
but I don't want.
This isn't like a guys don't do this, girls don't do it. But it's not like I want guys to get it. But I'm like, no one's telling guys, why aren't you married yet? Why don't you have kids yet? Because they have, people are like, be focused on your career, everything else. But I wish we also could be getting the message that's like, it's a double-edged sword because I wish people could be like, good on ya. You're focused on your career. That's so exciting. But I do understand half the reason people say it is because there is a reality that you cannot deny.
Yeah.
That the older you get, the harder it is to have kids. And the older you get, the higher the risk is that there could be health issues with children after that. So there is like, you want to be like, that's not fair. Tell women, encourage women to have careers and go after their careers. And I want that. But there is also just like a reality to it.
Yeah.
That it is like, if you want to have kids and want them to be healthy, you have to have them after a certain point.
Yeah,
and it just sucks.
I
It
know,
really is just
I
a
know.
shitty thing.
Because like I feel like I still feel like I'm 23. Like,
Yeah, you
like, I still
want,
feel,
you don't want it yet. You're
I don't
like,
wanna
why
grow-
can't I have the kids when I'm ready to have the kids? Why
Yeah.
can't I have the kids when I'm 56?
Yeah, I mean, Janet Jackson did it, right? And like,
have
if
no
you think
idea.
about it,
I didn't even know. Did she have kids?
I think she had a baby at like 50. I don't know if I
Really?
might be making that up. And like, also guys who are like Robert De Niro and all them were like
I know.
80 years old. It's like, I know we
Right.
have to like conceive the child. It's different, but
Right.
still.
It is shitty. It's like,
Yeah.
God, I wish guys and girls could have kids.
I know. That was my thought yesterday. I swear to God, I was like, Tyler would be way better at getting impregnated because one, he's like really healthy. Like the baby would come out perfect.
Mm-hmm.
2, he doesn't really drink that much. Like he's fine with being sober.
Right.
And he's like very patient. Like he likes to I just feel like he would
wouldn't be like stressed out.
No.
The hormones wouldn't be like,
Yeah, like I feel like he would be way better at being the pregnant. And like
Yeah.
I feel like that should be a thing.
and
I feel like we have a lot of technology these days that we should really like
put it in.
And just like for a woman to be sober for 9 months, like I feel like we should like figure something out about that too.
Right. It's like we have careers now. Why are we pregnant?
Yeah.
Why can't the guys be pregnant?
And why do we have to be sober? Okay.
Right. It is like a
I know that's like my main thing.
so it's like a double-edged sword because you're like, we want to be equal, but then there truly is like a biological reality that it's like there
I
is
know.
points that it's just there is no equality here.
Equality.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Literally not okay. Where can everybody follow you and like what?
Oh, big news. I haven't said this many times. I have a special coming out called Catholic Cowgirl, December 2nd on YouTube. Big deal. Huge. It's a big streaming service. Everybody wants to be on it. They can. It's exclusive. I'm just like, this is like probably the first announcement I've had the date for. Yeah, it's
And
very
you
excited.
kept it for the Literally Not Okay podcast.
Yes,
like,
this is huge.
bitch.
Huge announcement. And everywhere else, I'm at It's Katherine Blanford. I put the it's in front of it.
Okay. You
Yeah.
put the tits in Katherine Blanford.
Yeah, it's Katherine Blanford without
The tits.
all the tits.
Okay. No, you have is good.
What would I? Oh yeah, they're fine.
No, and
They're cute.
I feel like I never asked you about your physique. Like you have a great physique. You did work out today though.
I worked out with my friend. I did a class with her, but I lift weights. I do a lot of glutes. Yeah, I study. Like I follow a program. Now I've like figured out my own kind of way, but
Yeah.
like I very much do like 5 to 6 or like 4 to 5, sometimes 6 like different exercises, and I do like 3 or 4 sets, with a certain number of reps, and like I study like proper form and like how much weight and like weight progression and everything else. Like I very much have got into weight, and I am
It's game
obsessed with
changer.
it.
It's like I'm so obsessed with like learning how my brain can operate better,
Yeah.
and like it's leg strength. Like that is like one of the number one things to
Oh,
help your
really?
brain. Like I don't know, maybe I just read something, but like
Makes
it's
sense.
just your leg strength is so important just for like longevity
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah.
like the more muscle you have in your legs, the longer you live.
Mm-hmm. I love
you
doing
heard it
leg
here.
day.
You heard it here first. Thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure to say why you're literally not okay today in the comments. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Literally Not Okay podcast. Make sure to follow, like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow Literally Not Okay podcast on Instagram and the TikTok. See you guys next Wednesday.